We have a slamming cast, seriously, a slamming cast. But as far as my history with the show, my parents took me to see the tour in San Francisco, because I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area, when I was 5 years old. Then I saw the movie, and I have been chasing the lion since I was 10 years old. My mother, when I was 10, made a lion costume, and I sang Mean Old Lion at the church talent show. So the fact that I'm playing the lion now is nothing but a blessing.
Well, Ada Pearl is that favorite auntie that everybody has who gets you to do things that probably your mom and dad have been trying to get you to do, but she just makes everything fun. She's wacky, she's fun, she's the Auntie Mame kind of person, and she just makes a frightened child feel more comfortable and enabled to go out and do what she knows she has to do.
It's been an amazing ride so far. Like, I just look all the time to my left, to my right, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm in the room with all these people. And then I take a second, like, I can't believe I'm playing this role. Like, it's a role. Actually, when I was little, I wanted to be the lion because I thought he had a better song. So clearly I grew into the Scarecrow, but it's been amazing so far. The music is so amazing. The actors are so amazing. The dancers are out of this world. And we all come together. There's just so much magic there. So I'm learning so much from all these veterans and dancers. It's going to be an amazing journey and a lot of growth for all of us. And we can't wait to share it with everybody. It's going to be out of this world.
Tin Man has he's had a hard life, and he's now trying to get a heart, and he's trying to get the ability to feel. And while I've been blessed I'm in touch with my feelings, I know what it's like to have something and for it to go away and to want to long for having that back. So I think that's where I connect with the Tin Man, and what a great journey he goes on.
Well, I did a play called Out of This World years ago with Andrea Martin and Mary Maisie. It was wonderful. We had a great time. But Encores has changed since then. Back then, I wore my own dress. I had carried my script in my hand. The orchestra was on stage, and we just read the play. Now, Encores has bloomed into this amazing experience here in New York, this theater. I want to say it's become a force. Everyone knows that when you mention Encores, you're going to see something special, and you're going to see something with great talent, and you're going to see something that hasn't been done in a while. So it's great to be able to come back and do the WIZ at Encores. One of everyone's all-time favorite musicals. Every person that, even if I just say The WIZ, they're like, ooh, you get all kinds of reactions from people about doing The WIZ because it is something that everyone has listened to. So many of us that love the theater, we've listened to it, we grew up on these songs, we all know these songs. Stephanie Mills had this amazing career based on her launch from this play, from this musical, so everyone has their own personal story with it. Mine, like so many others, is I just grew up being a musical theater baby, loving the theater. I grew up singing these songs, all of them. It's been difficult for me to contain myself in rehearsals because I'm playing Glinda and I'm playing Annie M. So I come in the show at the top and at the bottom. But I know every ensemble piece backstage. I keep begging Tommy to let me in Emerald City. He's not going to let me do it, but I want to be in Emerald City. And they won't let me, but I just love this show so much, every single part of it. It's really been a great treat for me.
It's hard to say when I think of and talk about the WIZ because it sounds like you're quoting it, but there's something about the energy that just pours out of this score, and there's something about the connection to really human joy, just pure human joy, that I found even sitting in my apartment, listening and letting it wash over me. I thought that's what I want to be around. I want to try to help put my foot forward to put this out into the world, because it's a show that has brought so many people so much joy, and there's such an affection for it. I thought, well, here's our chance to honor the material. It's all there. We just have to go and make it. But if you get the best people you can, and we've been fortunate to have them all in this company, we just have to kind of go and do the work. So once I started thinking about the work that I wanted to be around, it just, the WIZ all of a sudden kept emerging and popping into my consciousness. So I was thrilled to have the opportunity.
Wow, I'm playing the role of Eveline, and I just pray to God I can do her justice. The Wicked Witch of the East. Mabel King, of course, just put her foot in it, and I'm just hoping that I can do it some justice. You know, the WIZ is a production that I've watched since being a little girl, and it's, you know, music and songs and a feeling that just has grown up with me. So to be able to have a piece of work that's so indelible in your mind and comes so naturally to you, to be able to play that and act it out on stage and sing it, I'm elated. I can't wait.
You know, I never saw a production of The Wiz before working on the show, but what I've always known is the music. I grew up as a child of the 70s, and so my dance studio had the album, my house had the album, so I knew the music inside and out. And so the music, the score of The Wiz kind of paralleled like my inspiration for dance and my thriving for dance. And that very 70s like hunger that's packed in the music is something that I've always felt about dance. And so the idea of working on a show that's that jam-packed with hunger and thirst and joy is really, really exciting to me. And the score is just so thick and it's so well-rounded that it's, as a choreographer, it's great to know that the material is going to be there for you, and that the blueprint of the material is so exciting that it challenges you in a big way.
What was your history of knowing this show?
I think a lot of it was through my mom. You know, we would go on a family trip and she would put on Ease On Down the Road. And I guess I knew all of the songs, but hadn't seen it. And obviously then she showed me the movie. So, and I'd seen a few different productions of it. So I kind of had this history of the show like I was around during the original, but I think everybody kind of feels that way. You kind of know the tunes, you know the songs. But for me, it's just a part of my family history.
And let's just talk about, you're playing the iconic role, The Wiz, created by Mr. Andre DeShields. Talk about him. I mean, I know you're just working on him, just like the third or fourth day of rehearsal. Sure. What attracted you to that role, and what it's been like working on him?
You know, it's an interesting and very difficult role for a lot of different reasons. One, because he's sort of the bad guy in the piece. And then you later sort of obviously realize that he doesn't have any power, and he's just an ordinary person who lost his way very much as Dorothy did. So, you know, it's one of those pieces that I think at first glance you go, oh, The Wiz is just going to be fun. You know, you just talk through the microphone and hide behind the smoke and mirrors. But I think the parts where you're actually interacting with the Tin Man and Dorothy and the Scarecrow and the Lion are really kind of the heart of the show, because it kind of gets to the core of those people who kind of lost their way and are hiding behind a mask of themselves. So it's a great show and a lot of fun, and obviously Mr. DeShields created what I think is an enduring character.
Well, obviously, The Wiz is a little before my time. My cousin actually introduced it to me. We used to watch it over and over and over in my aunt's basement. I was about 8 years old, so that's kind of like when I got introduced. And it just means so much, like, to my family. It's history, so we're all kind of connected.
And this great role and this great score that you get to sing. Talk a little bit about some of the songs you do.
Home. The Lion song is my favorite. I gotta admit, I love that song, and it speaks to so many different people. So many different people can relate to, you know, sometimes you don't have courage, you don't feel so courageous, you need someone to kind of give you a hug and give you that boost. So I love the message. And again, it's so ironic that, what is it, back in 74-ish when it came out, these songs people can relate right here in 2009, you know, so that's definitely a plus.
My final question for you is what your Encores experience has been like so far. I mean, you're in really great hands with these people, but, you know, you threw yourself into this thing where you have so little rehearsal. What's it been like so far?
It's been very hectic, you know. It's a lot of pressure, but in a good way, you know. And fortunately, I'm blessed because the cast is amazing, very helpful. All the girls are like, down, this is a family, you know, this is teamwork, and everyone wants to do the best that they can, and definitely shows because we're all working as a unit, which is a plus.